Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview of an application which you can access for free at atomanimation.com. It is divided into three main sections: an interactive atom model on the homepage, a periodic table, and there is also a third tab with various charts and data table with all the elements. Let's start on the homepage. Here we have a 3D model of an atom which I've built using the Three.js library. You can drag the model with your mouse, zoom in or zoom out, and move the camera around using the arrow keys on your keyboard. When you right-click on the background, an element card opens with a description of the element and some of its key properties. At the bottom, you'll find the main control panel. You can select an element from this dropdown, which also includes a search input, making it easy to find the element you're looking for. On the right, these two arrows let you cycle through the elements one by one. By pressing and holding the buttons, you can add or remove particles very quickly and see the model update in real time. This slider controls the speed of the orbiting electrons, and in the corner you have two buttons. The first one is Shake, which adds a bit of movement to the atom model, and the other one is Refresh, which resets the model and camera to default positions. And at the very bottom we can change the number of particles. When you change the number of neutrons, the element card will tell you whether the resulting isotope is stable or not, and you can also make ions by changing the number of electrons. Okay, that's it for the homepage. Now let's move on to the periodic table. This is a classic table of elements, but with few features to make it more interactive. Just like on the homepage, you can drag the screen and zoom around using mouse buttons. You can hover over the chemical series in the legend, and the corresponding elements will be highlighted. The same works for hovering over group and period headers. Clicking on an element opens a detailed window with more data. It's a bit more extensive compared to the one on the homepage, and I considered showing this full version on the homepage, but it felt like it's a bit too much information at once with the 3D animation, so I kept it only on mobile resolutions, since the element card is full screen there anyway. So we have four tabs here: general description, a list of properties sorted into categories, electrons data, and isotopes data. On the bottom here we have See in 3D button, which takes you to homepage where you can see visual model of chosen element. Groups and periods also have their own info cards that are shown when you click on their headers. In the bottom right corner there is a button that opens this side menu. At the top we have a slider that lets you visualize the element state at given temperature. Next, we have some filters that highlight the elements on the periodic table according to categories you pick. The last section lets you color the table by a specific property, which works with either a linear or a logarithmic scale. At the bottom, there's a Reset View button, which resets everything back to the default view. Alright, that covers the periodic table. Let's go to the last page called Statistics. This page contains data charts that visualize different properties of the elements, spread across 3 pages. Each chart can be opened in a full screen mode, where you can also use a drop-down menu to switch to a different chart. The second tab on this page contains a data table with all the elements. Here you'll find search function, filters, and sorting buttons. I may add here in the future some menu with checkboxes to add or delete columns shown in the table, although if there is a lot of values, then the table overflows to the right and it doesn't look very good, so we'll see. In the top right corner there is a button that gives you access to few more things, like the About window or a discussion board where any feedback is appreciated. Okay, that's pretty much it. I hope you find the application useful. Feel free to explore it by yourself and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.